Yo, what is happening, people? We are back once again for another stream, and of course it is Wednesday evening. Therefore it is time for the podcast. Every Wednesday here at twitch.tv/Smacksy101, we bring you the podcast, The Reasoning 101. We're currently on Season 1, Episode 3 this evening, titled Wild Logic. I thank you all for joining me in the chat. And without further ado, let's get my face on the screen and say hello to you lovely people. Welcome. I am your host for the evening, Smacksy101, and I will be introducing my 5 extremely lovely guests in just a moment. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Little Rick and Waterworn for sponsoring this podcast. Much appreciated for that. Check Little Rick out at littlerick.co.uk and Waterworn at waterworn.co.uk. 2 independent companies grown in the UK, developed for the UK public, and sent out to the entire world to enjoy. That's littlerick.co.uk and waterworn.co.uk. So chat, as I said, we have many guests here tonight. I thank them all for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's waste no more time. Let's go ahead and give the introductions. It's time for the Reasoning 101. Yo, welcome people.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Yo.
So chat, as I said, we are joined by 5 guests tonight. One of them will be slightly late, so we will hold off on his introductions until he's able to get back. But first of all, sitting on my right, the man, the myth, the extreme sports enthusiast, Mike Butcher TV. How's it going, man?
Hello, yeah, good, thank you. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Yeah, good. Excited to be here.
Don't everyone speak at once.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Mike. I like to ride a skateboard, and I'm here to do a podcast this evening with all you lovely people. So let's do it.
Hey, let's go, man. Thank you for being here, man, and thank you for all you've done behind the scenes, also, bro. Much appreciated, my G.
No problem.
Next, well, actually, he might be AFK, mate. I'll introduce him anyway. The Dutch extraordinaire, the giant himself, Mr. Cosplay extraordinaire, Spartan VA.
Hello. Well, I'm Spartan, dipshit cosplayer plus voice actor, and that's it.
Hey, that's it, man. He's a integral part of the community. Trust me on that. And he's been here from day. You get me? So bless up to Spartan, and thank you for joining us again, mate. He's been here every single week now. Much love, my G. Much love. Hey, third up on the guest list, man like Ty Green. My G, how's it going?
Good. I'm Ty Green. I make subpar music, and I'm here to have a little chat.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here, man. And his music is not subpar, chat. It's actually graced this beautiful podcast at the start of it. So, hey, props to this, man. And Ty, just quickly, where can they find your newest music, mate, to purchase?
If you look me up on Spotify and Apple Music, it's just Ty Green, and Bandcamp as well if you want to support it.
Yeah, that's it, man. Bandcamp, bro. Everyone go hit this man up on Bandcamp and go and show him some love, man. He's been grinding his heart out through lockdown, bro, and making it able for the musicians around him to continue work. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bless up to this man, and thank you for being here today.
Of course, man. Excited.
Last but not at all least. Hey, this gentleman popped up out of nowhere this year, my friend, but he has been a very good friend to me, and he's been a great part of the community. Just started streaming himself, actually, while grinding his ass off at work and doing a uni degree. Man like Riff Loss from halfway around the world. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey, Riffloss, as you said, new beginner streamer, so very excited to be on here. It's good to be finally able to collaborate a bit with the community.
Hell yeah, man. Bless
Cool.
up, man. I appreciate you getting up extra early to be here, bro. And,
Yeah.
hey, Riffloss is one true Twitch viewer. There's not many people that come in my chat and talk to me in a Twitch viewer manner. And he is one of the main ones, bro. But I appreciate that as I spend all my life with my daughter or on Twitch. So, hey, bless up, man. Bless up. I'm pleased to have you here today, man. And yeah, thanks again for getting up so early to be here, mate. It's like 6:30 for you right now, something like that.
Yeah, 6:30 a.m.
Yeah,
But
man.
That's an early time for a Twitch view. That's very early.
Yeah, true.
Normally not up at this time.
That's it, man. So yeah, thank you for being here, man. And yeah, that is the cast today, man. So of course we may have another join us later, but I will wait for those introductions if he arrives. And if he doesn't, man, it's all blessed, bro. You know, it is what it is. I'm thankful for the people we have here today. So chat, we have 5 topics that we have chosen as a community over the past week. And we're going to use them today to, you know, strike a little bit of conversation between us all. So, starting off, man, I'll just run through these topics and, you know, see where the topics go, see where the conversation lies. And firstly, we have the wild bison are being reintroduced to the United Kingdom. So, how's about that, mate? How's about that? You all eat meat here? You all have a bit of bison, I'm sure.
I endeavour in the meat department.
Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, what do you think about this? Do you know much about? Anyone know much about the sort of native wildlife that we used to have in Europe that's sort of been pushed out at all? Anyone know much about
Well, first off, I think it's pretty badass. There's going to be some bison rolling around.
it? True. Loads of them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a bison. Maybe at a zoo, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know if they've even got
kind of-
bison in zoos. Here, have they?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. You man too busy eating
Never
them.
seen I've never even seen a freaking bison.
Well, that's funny you say that because in your country, my friend, you have actually been at the forefront of reintroducing sort of extinct animals or subspecies of that animal. You know, in the entire world, the Netherlands is at the forefront of this. So, mate, you should know a little bit about this. I'm surprised you haven't, you know, been driving through the countryside and actually seen any fields
Dude.
with bison in.
I don't have a driver's license.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay. So I don't know if anyone knows it, but obviously the UK used to be very diverse with its wildlife. And we used to have, like in Scotland, for example, we used to have like lynx, like wild lynx, but they got killed for fur or skin, whatever you want to call it, you know, over the past like few hundred years. But in the past 3 years, they've been reintroduced to Scotland, and not a lot of people know that. And we're talking a big old cat, bro. We're talking about a cat that will eat you.
Yeah.
Like it's mad, bro. So that's been happening, and no one's really given it down. This is happening, and I've got to say, the news hasn't really taken much note of it until you know, I pulled up this article out of nowhere, mate. If I'm honest, from the depths of hell, as it
Do you
were.
think where has it been said they're being introduced?
In Kent.
Like mainly.
Kent, yeah, mate.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Slap
One
bang.
question
I
that makes
guess.
me think though is what kind of conditions are bisons used to? Like, are they quite robust, or is there like a chance of maybe them not settling kind of thing?
Well, they're the bigger of the two. So like, there's only 2 types of bison now.
Yeah.
Like the original bison that they're like trying to the original bison we had in the UK were called like steppe bison, but they're completely extinct. So they're just trying to get like a subspecies, if you will, or an ancestral species of the European bison over, and they're the big ones. I'm
Right.
talking, they've got the bigger heads, bigger stature. And you have American bison also, but they're sort of like, you know, smaller. So yeah, you're right, man. It could be that it becomes, you know, deforest in an exaggerated way and doesn't actually benefit.
Yeah.
Especially if they, you know, if they enjoy the environment, they're gonna go
I'm sure
crazy breeding, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure they could survive in the UK because I mean I'm pretty sure they're used to living in winter and summer where they quite
they're
robust
pretty
animals.
chilling.
Right?
Yeah, they're gonna have a better sort of a better environment in the UK, man, to where they've been.
Definitely.
They'll be pulling them from like far east of Europe, probably, like the breeding program, because they're taking them out of the wild as well. They're like literally taking wild animals, like they're not rearing them, which is just nuts. Like, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it though, if you want to give them a fair chance of surviving themselves, I reckon.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
Is it babies they're bringing over, do you reckon, or is it full adults?
I would assume a whole host of them, really. I mean, unless they are going to do, a small amount, maybe 20 of them, and then let them breed, let the wild ones breed, because they've got a lot of land to roam. Let me see here. How many? 500 hectares, so that's 1,236 acres.
Wow.
Which is, they've just got a complete free roam, and it's woodlands, like overgrowth, hillside, flatland. It's a whole host of landscape for them to roam. So, I mean, I'm all for it, to be honest, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I reckon it's a good idea. I think it's in Portugal and places like that. South America as well. They've done a lot of reintroduction of plants and stuff, and it works really well. Yeah, especially for farm soil and stuff like that.
Yeah, because there's I can't remember the name of it, but there is a certain amount of nutrients that we can't give soil ourselves, isn't it? It's like it needs that like rotation of old plants, that a certain animal coming through their feces. I can't remember the name of the system.
Yeah, it like dies out the dirt.
Yeah. Say again.
Oh, it's like like almost dies out the soil if you grow too much on it or something like that.
Yeah. It's like over farming essentially, right? So So do you think they could get out of control with their breeder then, or do you think they're gonna? Because the only way they're gonna actually check them is through their feces and tracking. They're not gonna come into contact with them or tag them when they capture
they're not
and
going to be cornered off or anything. It's going to be complete free roam to go where they go.
Yeah, there's basically a cattle fence where like the area is already sort of like in place, but that's it. Apparently that's enough to keep them, but I don't know, bro.
Wow.
You won't just have them walking onto roads.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Riding.
Might not go down well at the pub.
Yes,
to be honest, yeah, if I see one at the pub, I think I'm just gonna have some beef with him.
Man. Well, yeah, in the Netherlands, as I said, they've been doing these bison projects for like 15 years, and people actually go through the areas where they've set these projects up, and nothing happens to them. So they're obviously not that aggressive even in the wild, unless you fuck with them.
Do you possibly know what areas?
Where they are going, or where they're from, or in the Netherlands?
No, where they are in the Netherlands.
No, but I can find out in a millisecond if you gentlemen want to continue the conversation.
I'm sure they're probably quite hard to miss, to be fair, wherever they are.
Yeah, because I think they are still like there's still quite a lot of them over near Russia and that way. And then even
sorry to interrupt, Riff.
Western Asia. Yeah.
DM me the name and I'll pronounce it. Because
okay, dude. Okay, bro. Give a man a chance to mess it up, bro. Lordy.
I already know.
I just sound Russian. I don't even sound Russian, but there you go.
Maxi, I knew you were just gonna butcher it.
Hey, less of that, mate. Hey, I put some respect on my accents, bro. What do you mean?
No.
Put some respect on my name.
The thing is, I wanted to say the butchering because I now made 2 puns related to.
The beef slaughter. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'll pay to see that. One of these wild bison versus Spartan in full cosplay. Let's go.
It's by the way, the name of the place is Kransvlak.
Kransvlak. Okay. And there's
Kransvlak.
but a majority of them are So say it again. Sorry, Spartan. What's it called?
Kransflak.
There are 22 herds of bison living there on 330 hectares. So,
Damn.
And how
They've done pretty well.
big is a herd?
I'm not too sure, my friend. I'm not
I think
sure
a
it
herd
does.
just means bigger than a certain amount, doesn't it? I don't think it's
Like one family or one
Yeah.
group.
There's
I don't
nine.
know.
There's 9 in the picture, mate. Should we go with 9? That's a-
Minimum 9. Minimum 9 bisons.
I don't know. Does it? I don't know whether like some animals and birds and stuff. There's like a certain name when there's a certain amount of them only, right? Like a flock of geese is only a certain amount of geese, isn't it? Like you can't have like a flock of 4 geese or something. Is it? There's some weird rules.
I thought it was just more if it's just any plural amount. So 2. 2 can be a
Nah.
flock.
Not on all of them.
Oh, mate.
I went to college to be a gamekeeper for a bit, man, and I got schooled by these know-it-alls, man, and that's one of the things that stayed with me.
Yeah, out of everything.
Yeah, man, just because they were know-it-alls, man, and they're trying to school me on something. I was like, all right, okay. Oh, there's geeses flying. Oh, I was like, sorry, I got it wrong. No, it's a goose. It's a gooses. There's 2. Okay, all right, mate. All right, chill out, dude. Go
I
sit.
have a question about the bisons.
Yes, sir.
So the bison population, I'm reading here, fell apart because of hunting. Do you reckon if they introduce bisons into the UK, there might become bison hunting culture in the UK?
Well, okay, that's a very good point because the same thing happened with deer, but no one knows this really. So, like in pretty much the north and the south of England or the UK, that's where like all the deer were. Okay, like hunt for hundreds of years, and because they were brought there by like the kings, and that was their holiday retreats basically in the north and the south of the country, and they got hunted out to almost like extinction, even though they were introduced here.
Yeah.
So they put like these fences up, which deer can jump over, but you know it restricts their breeding and it stops them getting killed by like vehicles and things like that right around the areas. But you're not allowed to hunt them anymore. But if one day a year they go on a hunt, and it's like a scheduled hunt, and they do it in both locations, and they just take out like, you know, the ones that they think are old enough, like they're not sick, you know, like they do it, they take the right ones. I assume that it's part of the conservation of them, so I think they would have to do that with this. But one thing I will say is if they're not trying to fuck, like those deer, they're not like wild deer anymore, they're not really considered wild. They're like in the same area there's horses, and they're like wild, but they're not wild because they're tagged and they're looked after, a majority of them. But these bison, they're leaving completely free to roam. They're not tagging, they're not keeping an eye on other than, you know, watching the feces. So I don't see how they could go in there with a rifle in the UK, because you can't hunt with anything else in the UK. It's illegal to hunt with a bow and arrow. So I don't know, it defeats the object of a wild project if they're gonna go in and, you know, cull a few every year. So that's a good question, bro. I'd like to find out, to be honest with you.
Wait, so you're not allowed to, since when are you not allowed anymore to hunt in the UK with a bow and arrow?
A long time. Because people
I'm
literally
pretty
in
sure
those locations were going to the back of their gardens and they were taking out deer like it was a fucking Sunday meal every week, mate. And people would decimate.
Really
like it was really bad because it's literally the rich heads that live in the areas and their back gardens. I'm talking like they open straight onto it. So
I live in quite a secluded village in the UK, and you still you see people going past. There's about groups of 10, 15 on horses, and they have like dogs that will go into areas, scare out the deer, and then they'll shoot them. It's completely illegal, but it still goes on in the
yeah, it's crazy, bro. Because like I really like, I don't eat meat, but if I could hunt it with a bow, I would eat it, right? But you can't do it in the UK, so it's just like, it's just like, it's a, you know, I don't know, it's weird, man. It's especially, I was talking to someone about this the other day, actually. It's odd seeing as we were the master archers, you know, like of our, you know, of the empire for a long time. That was our skill set, like, and it's just been taken away from us. Like, you know, especially our culture is all Celtic. Like, that's generally what we did, man. We lived off the land majorly, and it's just been like wiped away.
So that's why UK people are so good at camping in games.
It's because it's all we've got in real life, man. We can't actually challenge the enemy. We've got to sit around a corner and wait for it to step out in front. Actually true. Oh,
Yeah.
To be honest, on the bow topic, thing is, whenever I move to US, as I'm sure you can. I'm 100% sure you can hunt with a bow.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I wanna try hunting there because I've actually had archery lessons for around 5 years, and I actually own an English longbow. An actual English longbow.
That's what I've got.
And it's amazing.
That's exactly what I've got, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would love a compound bow, but there's no.
I've got 3 bows. I've got the English longbow, a compound bow, and another standard bow.
Yeah, man.
No, it's actually not a standard bow. It's a traditional Japanese longbow.
Oh damn. So is that shorter or longer than the English longbow?
I think the Japanese one is somewhat shorter.
Oh yeah, okay. So.
Because Japanese people are because I've held them
Oh, yeah.
at once, and the Japanese was shorter, but the Japanese one is also meant for shorter people.
Yeah, I was just gonna say actually, they're by national average, they are actually shorter than the British people. So yeah, that's the best way I can put that. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Well, that's an interesting topic.
And
bro.
here I am, 7-foot giant.
Are you able to own a crossbow in the UK? Crossbow's legal?
Yeah. You can have it all. Do you know what's really annoying though? Like you can't even shoot in your garden, unless.
Yeah. So you can own one, but you can't use it.
Dude, if someone saw me stringing mine up, they could essentially call the police. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, honestly. And I don't have broadheads or anything. It's a bait. That's the thing is, you've got a bow. Yeah, a bow's powerful. It depends on what arrows you have for the lethal part of it. Do you know what I mean? That's a huge part. You can have stubbed ends, flat end. There's a whole different range for targets or stumping. There's loads of different varieties. Or you have these big old razor sharp broadheads for animals.
You can just stick a nerf pellet on the end.
Yeah.
The thing is, I actually have a case of multiple broadheads. I have some that are pretty different, that I just have because I thought it was neat to have. But I also have razor sharp broadheads, like you said, and also just normal broadheads, and also different types of heads. But I also have different types of arrows because I generally use mostly carbon ones.
Yeah.
But for the longbows, I have for the Japanese one, I have a couple of bamboo arrows.
Yeah, man. Would you
really neat?
Would you hunt? Have you been hunting, or would you hunt? Would you go on a hunt?
I would hunt, but unfortunately, I'm not old enough here in the Netherlands to have a hunting license because you need to be 20.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, but you would do it, man. Okay, well, mate, when you're 20, bro, let's get practicing, bro, and then we'll go on a hunt, mate, because I'm up for that.
Go hunt some bison in the Netherlands.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're talking about conservation projects and hunting. It's such a divided topic right now.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not sure because, at the moment I'm 18. So
yeah, man, that's alright. Look, we'll wait 4 years, mate. We'll wait 4 years. You're 2 years till you get your license, 2 years for practice, mate, and then we'll go on a hunt, bro, and we'll stream it. Right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if would that even be in TOS?
Yes, that is TOS. I was joking. I was joking. I was joking. Yeah. You can fish, but you can't brutalize the fish or show any part of gutting a fish. I wouldn't even do it just because the TOS around fishing is so vague. But they could hammer you for any part of it. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
to be honest, by the time that will have done that, I'll probably be already in the US.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, or you need to come to the US, or actually the US would be the best viable option, because then I have the equipment there, and
Yeah,
you
man.
could just lend equipment.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, you could do some insane hunting in the US.
Bro, you can do
AKs or something.
Bro, if you want to
Then
go for
force-
free bow hunting, you want to go to Australia, like freedom bow hunting, bro, because there's so many species that you are allowed to kill in Australia, like outright, because they're invasive. So you've got like all the water buffalo,
Kangaroos.
deer as well. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure deer are an
Yeah.
invasive species.
Curiosity.
Foxes, cats. Like, when I say cats,
Rabbits.
they're like big, like cats and dogs. When I say cats and dogs, I mean like they're really feral and they're like.
You just mean like the
Yeah.
neighbour's cat, don't you?
yeah, Riffloss basically just goes out and kills his neighbour's cat.
I know you can get paid to hunt cats. It's something like
Bounty
I
hunters
think
for
it's
cats.
50 cents cat or something like that.
I've seen pictures of people with like their open back jeeps, like or whatever vehicle it is, but 4x4, and they're like on a row, mate, like hanging off the edge, going into town to get his beer money.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Riffles, out of curiosity, how are the firearms laws there? Out of curiosity.
There's no firearms.
You're right there.
It's the same as like Europe and that.
Yeah, man. That's probably best, right?
Well, you are.
And then
you are
hunting
you can-
weapons.
Yeah, besides hunting weapons, yeah. Because, well, in the Netherlands here, you do are allowed to have hunting shotguns and also a couple of hunting rifles, but they're heavily you need to. It's basically even harder than in the US to get a firearm with the whole deal of getting a license and also hunting license and also more. And you also need to do for hunting here. I think you at least need 2 years of hunting training before you can own one yourself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the UK
And
is
you
very
also
similar.
need to be part of a hunting. And you also need to be part of a hunting club.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into the hunting, but I reckon it would be very similar to the UK.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Usually most laws are somewhat.
Yeah, a lot of your
Similar.
common law is based like off ours, or I think, right?
Yeah.
And how out of curiosity, I know we're going off topic really badly, but
We'll trail it back in a sec.
yeah, but do you need a license for a bow and arrow in the Australia and UK?
Not UK.
I don't know here.
I don't think you do in Australia, from what I know, but I don't live there and I haven't even been there. But one of the bow hunters that
I've never been there
watched-
to catch or anything with a bow.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 bows and a small crossbow pistol, and I don't need the license for them.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I have no idea.
Because I am officially registered to bow archery club, to say so.
Yeah, man.
So that might also be a part of it.
Yeah, we can only go to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
archery clubs here, man. It's pretty shit. Like, unless you got a garden where no one can see. But yeah, if you even stringing up a bow, mate,
Yeah.
like it's. But it's a shame because like, I think it was about like 30 years ago. You could go. You can do it in private. Okay, so in private woodland, you're allowed to go stumping, and stumping is okay in private woodland because you're doing it directly at the ground, only ever at the ground. Obviously, that's where the stumps are, right? So like, it's just dead parts of trees or trees that have been cut down, and you literally just fire your arrow into the stumps like, from a distance. So like, you're only ever going to lose it into the forest floor and very rarely injure. Well, you never injure anyone, and you'll very rarely injure an animal from it. So you're allowed to do that on private land, but you're not allowed to do that like in a controlled space. So a company couldn't start like an archery stumping club, but they can start like long ranges. like in a field, which is just I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. But
the thing is, here at the archery club that I'm in, it's an indoor one, and we have one that's like we have 3 types of archery places. We have one that's I think like 50 or 40 meters long, and then we have another one which is 75 to 100, something like that.
yeah, man.
And then we have another that's like 150, which also has targets with different ranges, and they have like fake animal targets, etc. Because the first 2 are just targets. The first one has with just targets with paper on it, just to keep score, and the other one just have those special archery bags.
Yeah, man. Well, bro, I've got many ideas, man, but one I will release for free to the community and any billionaires out there. Yo, there's Top Golf. Why is there not Top Hunt, mate? You will have your little stations, mate. It's like a driving range. There's a bunch of rubber animals that get replaced every 5 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Have a couple of beers.
Yeah, maybe one live animal a week, you know, like it's, you know what I'm saying, like,
That'd be good fun.
you know what I'm saying, man, like, hey, billionaires, man, I know you do weird shit, mate, why don't you do that? Like, come on with
And
it.
the generation of Karens,
Dude,
I feel like that would be hard to get that pushed.
Mate, it'll be
through.
the carrot, all the Carrotons' husbands will be there.
Yeah, true.
That's
True.
why they
To be
hunt,
honest-
because of Karen.
Hey, to be honest, there's also a
That's
funny stories, Maxi, what probably should be a topic we should touch up on later.
Yeah, man.
But there's literally a couple of millionaires. It was a while back that I've heard of it, but they literally wanted to organize a full-on airsoft battle royale on a private island.
That's pretty cool. Wait, how big's the island? Like an
It's a
airsoft,
decent-sized island.
like an airsoft scale, like a normal airsoft.
No,
Oh,
like you have like I think the island was like at least more than 4 football fields big.
oh Jesus. Okay. Wait, that sounds like fun though, man. No doubt.
Richard
Yeah, that
Branson's
sounds-
Virgin Isles, I reckon that's that.
Yeah.
Oh mate,
Because
that
I
place
saw
is
something
nuts.
like that. Because I saw something like that. Freaking a poster of freaking airsoft news that I just got a while back that I just watched.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We did go off topic, but that's what this thing is about, bro. So thank you for everyone touching on that. It was a random topic, man, but it's interesting. Obviously, it's close to well, you know, we're all from Europe, so it's close to all of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. That was that topic. I'll tell you what, when it does finish, I am going to walk through it and I am going to stream it. I'm going to go to Kent and I am going to IRL that. And we're going to visit these bison, man. And if we can one up. Say again?
Said we are going to ride on the bike.
Yeah, mate, and I might one up that and try it. And if we got enough money, we'll pay all the cast to come and all sit on Bison and we'll record the next episode. All right? This one will be called On a Bison. Told you so. All right, so. All right, that's that topic done. Let me move on to the next one. Right, we have.
We're officially done with the beef.
Beef has been split.
Okay, so in the UK at the moment, we have just found out, sort of officially, no conspiracy, as it were, as it was talked about before, that the inflation of the death toll is true. So the COVID death toll in the UK was inflated unintentionally during the whole pandemic. So I mean, I don't know if anyone knows that, but
Yeah, the guy
Yeah,
I watched
so-
the video of the guy on Sky News yesterday. It wasn't from Sky News, it was a clip from probably a few days ago. He was outside number 10 and he was like, yes, so you know, if you had COVID a month ago or 2 months ago you recovered, and then one day you get hit by a bus, you would count it as a COVID death. That's literally what he said. I just cracked up.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So,
It's yeah, to be honest, in this whole quarantine, they, I think, counted like in the whole quarantine area, the deaths that happened, I think they counted that as a death by COVID. So it could possibly just be 30% less COVID deaths that actually died of COVID.
Yeah, man. And
It would be interesting to see, like, what the death toll would be if you were able to deduct those deaths.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I think
It's also
we should know. They should post it. Not post it, but
Yeah, put that out.
do the figures and then release them, because that's just, it's the truth.
What were you going to say,
Was it
Reflux?
unintentional though?
I was just gonna say it's a really hard disease to actually link to death because it causes so many different kinds of death.
Yeah, very
Because
true.
one of the big ones is that it affects your heart, and then
Yeah.
which is never good. But then you also can get pneumonia and stuff.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
a
respiratory.
big big problem in the start was that it was being underreported a lot because they didn't want to say if someone was sick already or had a bad heart and then they got coronavirus, then they wouldn't have died normally, but because they got it, they died. But then it was the heart's fault, which is entirely true.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just such a hard
It's a
thing to do.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, man. Like, either way, people are going to be, if you underplay it, then people are going to be pissed. If you overplay it, we're pissed again. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a double-edged sword there,
Yes.
man.
So it's interesting. What do you guys reckon? It's better that they have too many deaths or too little?
I think
Do you guys-
honesty is always the best option, isn't it? Really.
What, too many, yeah?
Yeah, too many in my opinion. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's-
I mean,
Yeah.
I would, I'm never gonna be a leader, bro. But if I was, in all the things that you would do, I would just show the intention behind it, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you need to explain, by the way, we are going to be incorporating, we just saw that on the news, everyone takes everything else they say with a spoonful of fucking sugar, they're like, oh, I'll eat it up. So why don't just give them a little bit more detail? The numbers aren't exact, but the reason for that it's quite simple, as you just explained. There could be many cases where individuals that have underlying conditions, may have it or may not have it, or could die from. That's another thing. People had it that were ill. They recovered from IC units. Was it? Yeah, intensive care units. Yeah, IC units.
Yeah.
And they were let home, right, because they recovered, but actually they died afterwards, and it wasn't from COVID, and it wasn't from their underlying conditions. It was just that the antibiotics they had to take to actually get rid of COVID. There's a whole other bunch of stuff that happened. So when you explain that to people, it does make sense that we may have to inflate it, or we're going to keep it really strict, and we're going to give you exactly the data of every single person that's checked. But yeah, I don't know. It's this whimsy, fluttering political, I don't know, broadcasting they do, mate. I just don't understand it. Stood on the stage, just giving us half information
And
every
also-
day. It's odd.
And also with counting the deaths, it's also, if it's just deaths that are not even close to COVID and they count it, it's also just purely because they are just so busy with dealing with that shit.
Yeah, true. So that was another part of this, actually. It's fun. It's good that you touched on that. Is that sorry, I hit the mic there.
Yeah.
Basically in the UK, so you would have spikes of numbers. So like on a bank holiday, there would be less deaths, but then the following days there would be more, and it was literally that people were off on holiday, so people counting and doing the processing of the data were actually off because it was the weekend or a Monday. So it's oh, today there's less deaths, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday bank holiday, and then come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's from 60 to 150, and everyone's oh my god, everyone's getting sick again. And there was actually a very steady figure, but we don't see that because it's data being put through a system, which is odd, really, in this day and age that we don't have I mean, as a programmer, Rifflodge, you probably like can imagine how simple something like that would be for a government to install. It's a very basic system to keep tally of everything and keep the data coming out the other end rather than just sitting there because there's less people in. Like, I don't know.
It's also when they have to be actually like somewhat accurate. I think that's also a big problem because they would have to have a coroner and like all that check every single person that dies.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Because
actually.
I know, I think that was also something that happened that in the start they did that and then they're like, oh yeah, it's COVID. But then in the end there was just a lot of people dying, so they just started saying, oh yeah, it's probably COVID.
Yeah.
Most people. I have a friend who works for when you go to the NHS with mental health issues, and they'll divert you to certain counsellors or certain like people who work separately from the NHS, but also alongside them. Works for one of them companies, and she like has to record all of the cases, so like she gets a lot of suicides that she has to report and stuff. And she said since coronavirus, they've seen a massive decrease in the amount of suicides that they've had to report. And obviously it's all just up in the air, it's not like facts or anything.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have expected the suicide rates to be going down in that scenario. You would have expected them to be raising because of obviously people locked in syndrome, people less happy. So it's strange to see a decrease in those numbers.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That maybe means that they've been tied into the coronavirus death toll as well, like potentially, obviously.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, because obviously, like, you know, when Retfall passed, like, obviously there was a lot of talk about suicide, like, online, and then obviously statistics got brought up, and this time of year when he did pass is like an influx of suicide. So the fact you say that as well does make it sound and seem like, they were just pushed in with the rest of the people that died, and not actually counted for what was wrong with them, which was mental illness, right? Essentially, I don't know how you would put it. I don't know what happens on that death certificate, but yeah, man, that's sad shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
But let's hope for the positive and that it is actually true and those numbers didn't get roped in and deaths and suicide did decrease. Let's hope that. Most certainly.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, man.
I even reckon it could maybe be that like people, but like you said, like people are indoors, so they should be worse off, but then at the same time maybe they like are more together. I don't know.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, yeah.
I know a lot of people have gone, especially younger people, they've gone back to their parents and that.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. A lot of uni people I've like seen on like Instagram, they'll go back and they're like with their families now when they would have just been, maybe at uni for like 3 or 4 more months, and then they've like had to spend like a lot of intimate time with their family and they develop new bonds. And that's what you're saying, man. I suppose it's a mix again, isn't it? You've got the people that go to work to socialise and they don't, they're quite lonesome at home. They're sadly suffered, I guess, but yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like as a globe, we have, or as a people, we have pulled together quite well in many ways. But it's just it's sad that we don't get all the information still to this day. Like we're all babies waiting for our milk, mate. Like it's a bit odd, bruv. I'm not gonna lie. It's I don't know, man. I feel like times will change eventually, though, with especially the generations coming through now. I don't think people will stand for this inaccuracy and misinformation much longer.
No, I also think it's just I have slightly bias towards like public things because whenever you go try and get on employment benefits, I'm not sure how it is in the UK, but here in Australia they're always just useless.
Oh yeah, man.
All those agencies. But I think it is when usually when it's because it's a public agency that has to record the numbers.
Yeah.
So usually when it's government run, it's not run as efficient as it could be.
It's true. Do you know what's funny?
But then if it...
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, no, carry on. My apologies, man.
I was just gonna say that if it wasn't a government agency, there probably wouldn't be a private equivalent. So it's an important thing to have, but it's not always run as good as it can be.
It's true. It's the best of two evils, man. No, it's funny. Every week so far, I know it's only been 3 episodes, but every week, whether it's political or not, we end up touching on how the government fails us. I've just realised, like last week Spartan said it, and then the week before I was saying it. It's just like it always comes back to that essentially, man. Because whether you believe in control or
Damn
not,
government.
mate, yeah, those damn government, they took our jobs. Oh man. Well, yeah. So I mean, that topic is just a quick gloss over, man. That was a good little one, mate. That was a good little one. Number three.
Hear enough about that.
We have, it's quite a morbid subject as well, man, and we're just getting out of it as well. So yeah, we only need to touch on that briefly. Topic 3 of this evening. Here we go, Spartan. The Dutch army is being equipped with vibrating belts for hands-free masturbation. I mean navigation. Sorry.
Yeah, army morale.
They took out the LSD and they gave him vibrating belts.
Alright. So my first fucking question is, how the fuck does that work? And why is it needed?
Okay.
Same question.
Okay, so I was explaining this to someone the other day because I didn't understand it first, and there is like no information online about it in a military format because it's only just been bought by military at all in the world. So everyone is buying it for the impaired, so like disabled people in public. So I did some research, and basically, imagine you're in the military and it's completely black. Right? There's no light, and you need navigation. Obviously, you have this vibration belt that will give you exactly the location, but also in meters with different vibration. So, how do I put this? If I'm a blind person walking down the street, right, and the curb is a meter away from me, and I'm getting too close to that curb, it will sort of beep on my left side to signify that it's a meter away. So it's not just telling you where to go, it also is linked to, satellite imagery to create a path for you. Does that make sense? So imagine you got put in on a special op, right? And there's a building there, and you have some intel on said building, but that building could possibly change now. You then have this belt where you can, detect.
I read a scenario.
To be honest, you know what would be 100 times better? I know one thing that would be 100 times better and something that would be 1,000 times more better. To just have an echolocation device.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, but actually, that isn't using vibrations that you can actually have in your hands or just mounted to your rifle to see or to your freaking helmet.
I understand, but that is so that takes you off of what you're doing. So one thing they said is you can have comms, right? Of course, but that takes away a sense. So say you dash your comms. You don't need any comms, right? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm here to do. Life or death.
Yeah, if it's
I'm here to
silent,
do it.
maybe.
Yeah, vibration belt. That's it. I've got complete watch on my rifle. You can even have night vision, bro, if you need. I don't know what their situations are, but it's just the idea is all your control is on the situation, and there's nothing blocking your senses. And
To be fair though, if you think about blocking senses, if you're in the army in the front line, I don't know if this is for every soldier, but if you're in that scenario, surely there's going to be a lot of external vibrations anyway, like loud noises.
I think it's pretty similar. Yeah, you're right.
I reckon it would be special ops.
Yeah.
Special ops.
Yeah.
And I also am thinking is adapting to it is also one thing, and I think the thing that I wanted to say that was 1,000 times better, just recreate a fucking ACR with a heartbeat center from freaking Modern Warfare 3.
Only problem with that is that buildings don't have heartbeats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But enemies do.
That's true.
You could probably even use a vibration belt underwater and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you couldn't see,
I
like
didn't
you're walking
understand
around
it
it.
at first, but then when I heard the purposes for a disabled person, I was like, fuck, imagine that person was just able-bodied with a gun. Like, the possibilities are endless. I was like, holy because the amount it can do for a disabled person is insane, bro. Like, the amount of blind people that use this thing and don't have a stick anymore because of Google Maps, honestly, bro, it's mad.
Yeah, because you could
but
be.
I think personally it's also not gonna work very well because, of course, in those situations you also have adrenaline, which is also another factor, and also because most of the special ops guys train their reaction time with shit, and whenever they are clearing a building, they're on high tense, and they need to be 100% focused. And I have the feeling a belt like that can throw them off by those vibrations in their concentration. And
Potentially.
in situations like those are situations bad things can happen. And that's one thing that can't happen with special operations. Fucking bad things. And
Riffloss, what
with
are you
the
gonna...
vibrations, it will distract you.
That's true. Riffloss,
Yep.
what are you gonna say,
But
sorry?
you would. I was just gonna say, but you would hope that you could train that out of people. That, if they get used to using the belt, because I reckon it would also save this. You could almost use it as an alarm in a way, like say if, like you go into a building and then. Let's just say, just a classic Call of Duty scenario.
Well,
You go into a building and now there's enemies. Then like you could like say vibrate the belt all around, or like have some. You could even communicate with the belt.
yeah, so
Like different things.
touching on what Spartan said about the heartbeat sensor, imagine that tech was like somehow implemented through like an above radar or UAV that could then like transmit that, so like you're prepared for, you know, there's 2 people in a room but there's actually fucking 12 sat there, and there's like beep, 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 and it's like pinging them off rather than like comms, because I think the possibilities are endless, bro,
Is
honestly.
it a beep and a vibration? Or is it just a vibration?
It's not a beep, it's like so like there's obviously the different waves of vibration that they're like the user's trained to feel. So then like one is distance, one is like a high alert, and then the other is like go that way, or like it's that direction. So yeah, there's 3
Probably
things.
360 as well, like all the way around.
Yeah,
so you can vibrate
literally,
each direction.
Yeah, I'm talking like, you know, on a compass you've got obviously I don't know how many divisions, I think it's like 4 divisions between each point. This has like hundreds of, like, I can't even explain it, but again your senses are heightened, right? So we talk about like individuals that are blind that like they don't, like they're using a stick to walk around their city, bro, across traffic. Like they know in their head where they're going. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so with the belt, I feel like it's just those people that use it in public, like they're gonna have to get trained on using it because it's so, I don't know, it's such a weird thing. But
what I think personally with the belt, it's also like how you said, you think it's with it, for example, with the just echolocation sensor, you said it's gonna take away a sense, but the belt is also it's gonna distract your senses too.
yeah, true. Yeah, it's gonna be slightly off
Because
putting.
you need to focus whenever that happens. You need to focus on that, and you also need to focus on the differences and where it's coming from, and that all put you out of the focus, or can put you out of the focus of being alert.
Yeah, it will be hard and a lot of training needed to like get someone to respond to a vibration rather than like someone in one of their ears saying like an abbreviation, right, or a little tag. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will take a while.
And what would be just way handier is night vision if it's in night, but also have, because there's also a company right now already working on that, basically gun cams which go behind your optic, and you basically just have your helmet basically type of VR goggles on it, and you basically see what's going down your scope without the risk of needing to actually aim it, you can just hold it like this and aim it around corners and look. And if they just put different modes on the freaking camera, for example, night vision and normal, you would already be putting off less of a sense. It will be kind of true. It will block off your senses with looking with, but they can better just make a version where it's just one eye instead of both of the eyes, and you have one eye then with the camera through the optics and the goggles, and that you still have your other eye just keeping track of your vicinity. And of course, in special ops, you're gonna have extra people with you, having your back.
Yeah,
It's
man.
never gonna be a lone situation. And you can basically just peek your gun around corners and see if it's happening. With night vision, you can see in the dark, etc. And what we also just smart to have a 360 camera with somebody just peeking it in a room, and one guy then can just look on an iPad on his vest and looking around if anything is there, and if it's nothing there, just clap it back in, pull back the camera, and go full on.
Do you know what they
Or
need?
just
What's that?
You know the little drone cameras from Rainbow Six Siege that you drive around with an RC car?
yeah.
They need those.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah, well,
like Rainbow
well,
Six
it
Siege?
makes
Isn't
no-
that actual things?
Yeah,
I think it
I
is.
think it is
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is highly based off realism, yeah. But yeah, it is something that some SWAT teams use, but it's also kind of dangerous to use, for example, in hostage situations. Because if they notice a drone, of course they aren't liking that, and they might pull off something which is really bad.
Yeah.
AKA what Fuse does with most of the hostages in Rainbow Six Siege. Cluster charge.
Right, wow. Okay, I am for this belt. I don't know about you lot. I'm for it in all formats.
I'm against it.
Okay.
I'm all 100% against it.
Riffloss?
Yeah, I reckon I'm forward as well.
Ty?
Yeah, I'm for it. Anything that can benefit it can't be a negative, really, can it?
Yeah, true.
I
Mr.
think it's pretty
Butcher.
cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and if it
Oh,
gives
to
another
be
level
honest,
of awareness, then all good.
For blind people, I think it's a good thing, but for military purpose, I think it's horrible.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It would take, yeah, I agree
Then-
with it. I agree with the training going into it will take a long time, man. It might not be that. I mean, they bought 20 pieces to be fair, so it might not even go through. You know, they probably buy thousands of different
Yeah, but no,
products.
it might be really like intuitive. You might like wear it, and it doesn't take long to get used to at all.
Yeah. But also the thing is, it's also gonna be deciding on the teams on there, the special teams ops, because if they deem it, if the military can purchase it and they can give it to the special ops to try it out, but if they deemed it horrible for their team, or just whatever they deem it horribly, the military can't force them to use it, because the team is specialized in what they do.
Yeah,
And if they get equipment that they've told that is just bad for them, everything will just be a mess.
true.
I guess one benefit just before we change is that if the military uses it, then the civilian or like for disabled people, the technology will probably get better as well.
That's a very good point.
True.
Because
Actually.
that's usually where a lot of innovation is done in the military.
Yeah, because they've had to actually
So-
purchase this from the supplier of the public, right? So like they had to reach
then-
out to a public company that making it for the disabled. Yeah, that's a good point. So they'll invest in that company, and then hopefully they'll develop new new items or new tech for that piece. Yeah, that's a good point actually.
I have a spanner to throw in the works.
Yeah, go on.
So where there's tech like this, which is vibrations, it's obviously being triggered. I don't know the tech behind it, but like some way being triggered, which probably makes me think that you would be able to hack it, which you could hack it and then give it false signals.
Yeah, that is
and
very
then
true.
They're going to be going the wrong way or into the wrong scenario.
And that is a lot easier, easier to fool than comms, right? Because comms literally use code that is set prior, but a beep is they'd have to come up with some Morse code. It'd be some next level. Yeah, you're right about that actually. That's a very good point.
Because where I touched upon the freaking whole gun cam thing with the whole VR goggles, basically the goggles. They were the freaking encryption on the transferring to because for one, it has a really low range on frequency. On range, because it doesn't need to be a high range. It has a low range, but be safer that way, because it literally is on the gun, the camera plus the thing, because it basically mounts upon behind the optic and it goes in the stock with special stock. And at the moment it's only for ARs with buffer tubes, because that's the easiest to do.
Yeah.
And from there, the whole stuff for the cameras and etc. and boarding is on the freaking stock, and the rest of the stuff is in the camera, and they have only a range about 10 meters, I think. So that is well put in, and that's not something that you can hack, because you need to be in range of it. And it also doesn't use Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It has a whole new type of connection they're working on, of sending shit.
Oh yeah, man. Well, hopefully it becomes more innovative and they develop more products for the public through that military purchase, man. But yeah, so I thought that was an interesting one to touch on, bro.
No, I just out of curiosity, has anyone kind of have sort of engineering background? I know somebody said they did.
That's me.
Programming.
Riffless, yeah.
Yeah, software engineering. Yeah.
Software engineering. Yeah, and I do robotics and just general engineering. And stuff like this is just where I go full on in with criticization, because if I think it's, and also if it's military purpose, I am gonna be highly critical of it, because stuff like that is, if it fucks up really badly.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, just like Ty gave that example, man. I didn't even think about that, but that's a massive loophole in the tech right there. Like the ability to hack something that only vibrates as communication. Yeah, there's a huge window for false targeting. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. Well, I think we should leave that one for now, man. That was a good one, bro. The next one, topic number 4 of the evening, is the United Arab Emirates successfully launched the Hope probe, and it's their first mission to Mars. Now, we did touch on this, I believe it was last week, with the all 3 of the missions that were going, but now the first one of all 3 have actually blasted off, and it was a success as far as it can be for now. So
until further notice.
25 seconds later, it fucking crashed in its space. We don't know how, but it's done.
Probably the junk we leave out there, bro. But yeah, man. So
crashed into a tin of spam.
I'm surprised that Arab Emirates haven't done or attempted space before, considering the amount of money they have. I guess perhaps technology hasn't been there, or they didn't have the lust to do it. But
do you know what they've
got enough in the bank to support that sort of program?
Yeah, man. Like they've made it their initiative for the next 30 years to fund hospitality, sport, and space science. Like that's it. Like they're just like that's every like they're gonna they said they're gonna be the most welcoming, hospitable place in the world, and literally
they want to change their outside opinion on travel, etc.
Yeah.
They had the Joshua fight last year.
Exactly.
And
the
this year
sport.
they're supposed to have something called Expo 2020, which is ridiculous.
So-
and they're gonna have restaurants, and it's like this huge plot that's gonna cost billions or something. Like the whole thing costs billions, and it looks like nothing I've ever seen before. If you look at the plans, it's
Oh yeah.
pretty cool.
Might end up being 2021, sadly though.
Yes, I
Probably
think
not the best year too.
that's for sure.
True. But
But yeah,
yeah, man, they're definitely
Yeah,
pushing in all boundaries now, and it's quite exciting, man. Like I saw something recently when it's obviously Fight Island for the UFC is they've had to arrive and travel through a majority of the country, and the locations they visited, man, every sporting event or practice they went to was just like top of the line, like it's nothing that I've ever seen before, and apparently they're dumping all their money into it. It's cool, man, to see, because if somewhere with endless surplus of money, like being so innovative, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
yeah,
That's good to see.
I'm quite excited to have because so far I reckon the more competition in space the better, because even though like it's fun to make fun of the Americans, it's like they were very ahead of their time,
Yeah.
like back in the 60s, but they've just been slacking off a lot, and that's where I want to get into eventually, is probably like some satellite or something like that,
Oh really?
because that's it's
Hey
like
guys, you know what we need? We need a space force.
yeah.
Hey, he's probably not wrong though, to be honest, dude.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. Like, I mean, you got private companies talking about inhabiting a planet like in the next 10 years, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
And also
the next 10 years are gonna be fun.
The
to
thing
watch
is-
if you like space.
yeah, it's gonna be
The
crazy.
thing is,
That's for sure.
I am
And I-
willing to bet fucking $100,
Money.
even $200, that the US is gonna be the first country with a space force.
Oh, maybe, but I reckon China would be very close as well.
Well, I don't know if many people know this, but you know China have been for years developing their own space station. Does anyone even know this?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I thought-
they've also got a couple of probes and stuff on the dark side of the moon at the moment.
Yeah, and
They grew the first crop on the moon as well.
really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I think it was back in 2018 or something.
Damn, bro. That
Yeah,
is
like
insane.
China's a very, so that's
Yeah, you see, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I guess we're not being told that because that's pretty cool. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah, man. It's like until
Yeah.
until I started looking into it, I had no idea. Do you know how I found out about the Chinese space station? Literally, I watched Gravity, right? And I said to the person I was watching Gravity with, I was like, that's crazy. The Chinese space station. They're like, yeah, they're building that. I was like, what? I thought it was completely fictional in the film, but obviously it was in the film because it was finished in the film. But I had no idea it was actually going to be like a competitive space station to what's already
It
there.
just shows how much the media can dictate what you see
Yeah, bro.
so easily.
Because that's an insane, the space station's
Yeah,
only like it is because of all the modules sent there over years, and they're talking about setting this thing up once it's ready. Getting it out there real quick, man, and getting all connected real quick. It's crazy.
it's also because I'm pretty sure China's banned.
Yeah.
Wait, China's banned?
Yeah, what were you gonna say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they aren't allowed to use the International Space Station,
Oh.
so that's why they've had to build their own.
Oh, that's a good point, actually,
Also-
bro. I haven't seen any Chinese people on there for a minute. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think they because of all the like
'cause-
Beijing was being a bit too oppressive. I think they.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn. So I'm gonna build our own.
Okay, this is
I-
this is kind of weird, but like you said, US will be the first to have a Space Force. They actually already do have the Space Force, and today, 4 hours ago, they were proud to showcase the Space Force logo to the world.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
The United
Somebody,
United
200
Space
bucks.
Force.
This guy. It was already
You go-
created. That's how we knew about it.
But does count
go-
then if it's already
about it,
created.
so it's still.
Doesn't count.
I never knew
Doesn't count.
about it, so it's still valid.
Yeah,
Oh, I
United-
can't know if you
United
knew about it.
United States Space Force.
True.
Space Force DOD on Twitter. They also have a website, spaceforce.mil, MIL.
Out of curiosity,
And, yeah.
do you have pictures of what kind of firearms they use?
Laser beams.
I don't, but their logo is very Star Trek-esque.
Oh god, no.
Lol.
Imagine
Isn't
if
it
we're
almost
going-
like the actual Space Force and Netflix one?
Because
yeah,
the
I've
thing
seen
You've
is,
seen that?
because especially because normal firearms ain't gonna work in space, because there's no oxygen to burn the freaking gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
That's why it's lasers,
So,
bro.
That's why we need lasers.
No.
Yeah, it's laser
Yeah.
beams, bro.
Why do we need
To be
weapons in
honest,
space
there
anyway?
are the thing is there are powerful enough lasers that can blind you almost instantly.
No doubt.
But I think what they have is just freaking, you know, those cap guns, those high pressure cap guns. I think they just have something like that, but then bit more advanced and higher caliber.
Yeah, I actually thought that weapons still worked in space, or firearms, because you can shoot underwater. But it's pretty bad, but you can still shoot.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
water is at least a bit of oxygen, and that is also a different type of gun. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, they would literally fix that in a heartbeat, bro. They would just like you would load like
Have an
each
oxygen
bullet would have an
canister.
oxygen. They would have like an oxygen cap behind every bullet or something. Like, so, do you know what I mean? They would like have they would 100%. They'd fix that in a heartbeat, man. If that was the actual issue. Wait, so because the trajectory isn't an issue, is it? Once you've got the ignition, that's the force, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just fly straight forever until it hits
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Yeah, it'd be even more deadly
Yeah.
if it caught an orbit. It'd speed up.
Yeah.
Brilliant,
Yeah,
man.
because
Bullets
the
flinging
thing is,
around.
the thing is, literally, space wreckage is literally meteors and or just space rocks, etc., just asteroids, but also just space trash is highly dangerous for any
Ooh.
spaceship there is, because if it gets momentum, that momentum is never gonna stop until they go in an orbit.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and also
It
just
can even
um,
speed up. It can even speed up.
Yo,
Yeah, because-
Aurora.
Just-
Welcome to the
just
stream. Thank you
the
for joining
research.
us this evening. Hope
This
you're
is-
well, Aurora. Bless up,
Bullets
bless up.
carry their own oxidizing agent in the explosive. Of
Do you want to get in? Look, there's a
which
space free
is
for you.
sealed Anyway.
There's a little space
There's
free
no
for
need
you,
for
Aurora.
atmospheric oxygen to ignite the propellant. So
Ooh.
Oh,
Could you
Interesting.
send me that
It-
or
it would work.
could you DM me that
Yep.
article or
Nice,
whatever?
very nice, very nice.
Because
Oh, thank you for stopping
I'm-
by anyway. I appreciate it. Hope you're
I'm
well.
a huge gun person, and I like
It's
the.
the
and
I just
also-
typed in "Can guns fire in space?" It's the first one.
What is the purpose for guns in space? What is there to shoot?
Yeah, I've been hearing Ty preach that in the background
The-
for a minute now. He's why do we
The
need
Chinese.
the weaponry?
Chinese.
Well, for example, with
Alright, Trump.
China,
Alright, Trump.
No, that's
it
why he
can't
wants it.
Yeah, true.
They can't use international space stations, so they'll, and I think other countries will also start their own freaking thing, and I think it's just gonna be. I bet there's already going to be
Elon
a
Musk is already
freaking
building one, no doubt.
yeah, Elon. To be
It's
honest,
gonna be
but
super cool and
Yeah.
super slick.
Have a built-in
Well-
flamethrower.
To be
getting out
honest,
flamethrowers all over it and shit.
yeah. To be honest, what I want to see is fucking Elon Musk have a Tesla space vehicle.
He sent some to space, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
it's,
send
Tesla.
Tesla to space.
First roadster.
You know
But-
what? Like,
No, the new roadster shell of it. Yeah.
bro, Elon
also-
is a five-head. I've just realised more than I ever realised before. He's like directing the space race to Mars right now, right?
Yeah.
And he's the king
He's
of
directing
like
space pretty much right now.
he's like the king of you know, I'm the man for climate change. Like, you know, I'm not gonna harm the environment, bro. There ain't no climate up there, man. Five-head, bro. He's already going there.
Yeah.
There ain't no climate, man. Well, fucking,
Yeah,
there ain't nothing there, bro. You're all indoors, fellas. He's got it covered. He's like, I've finished up down here. I'm gonna build it up in Mars, mate. Everyone's gonna be inside driving my high-speed tunnel trains, bro. Like, he's mate.
Yeah, he just flexed on everyone by launching his like own car from his own car company on his own rocket from his own rocket company. Like, that's a bit of a flex, I reckon.
Yeah, man. And what he didn't tell us is that thing is going straight to Mars to wait for his arrival, mate. He's gonna be the only one rocking around in that thing, man.
Yeah.
Trust.
But also,
What is
back
that car
on
doing
the...
right now?
I don't know.
It's just floating.
I think it's flying into
around.
Jupiter or something.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna look that
back
up.
on the...
Imagine the GoPro still on. They've got it on solar
the
power,
GoPro's
and it's just like floating around on an orbit of Earth. Like, what a waste.
Well, back to the freaking thing of the why the need of guns in space. Eventually, it's just gonna be like freaking conquering. It's just gonna be full on conquering of
Like claiming
Yeah.
planets and stuff.
yeah, and also space areas, just general areas. And if politics ain't gonna work, it's gonna go back to force.
If there's warfare in space though, yeah. Say there's a fight between Mars and the Moon. It's gonna take them 40 years to get to the battle because they can't just drive there. It takes them years and years to get to the battle. By the time they get there, they won't want to fight anymore.
Well, we're gonna have like future armies of Spartans, like space Spartans, but where they're bred specifically to go to war in Mars. Like, what? What is that?
Time to make Gundams.
What the fuck?
But the thing is, like, I was thinking of that as well with like space, not quite Mars fighting Earth, but like say different space, like countries fighting each other.
Yeah.
It would still be like you could maybe fight in space, but you would still like it would still be more important on Earth because say if you attack someone in space and then they attack you on Earth and you lose on Earth, then like what are you gonna do? You have your like 500 people up in space and that's it.
Bro,
Yeah,
what they
that's
need
like
to
a-
be worried about is infiltration of the first settlers. Because say like 100 people
Yeah.
go there first, and then they're like, because it won't be like there isn't enough people or resources out there for there to be like planet wars like that. We can't even have a planet war now. Like we're all stuck here. Like we'd have to all leave and then come. It's so stupid. So it's just gonna be settlers. So then you'll have like it'll be tribal at first. You'll have people that like go loopy or just decide like to take an initiative of their own, or they've been paid from back home to do the dirty, and then they're gonna divide
Also-
that. That would be what it is first. So you'll see shanks
Hey.
before you see laser weapons, basically.
And
That's what I'm trying to
pirates,
say.
space pirates.
Spaceship.
Spaceships. That's gonna be a new fucking comedy show, mate. Spaceships. It's like porridge, but
Hey,
fucking space.
It's Maxime.
Yes, sir.
Back on the freaking war thing, the thing is, they're already working on cryo shit.
Not cryo
Like,
weaponry.
Being able to. No, I mean like, for example, a cryopod that freezing yourself.
Oh, okay. For an individual to go in. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
For
Okay.
that, and that would probably be most of the freaking. What it probably will be is just if we get to that point where AI or just computer stuff, that everything will be run by a computer. Well, the people are in cryostasis
Yeah, man.
while traveling.
Bro, you
because
love
that's
Halo,
the
don't you?
No,
I'm joking,
I love,
too.
yeah,
I know you do, man.
I love Halo. I love Halo with passion, but I also just like space movies, space anime, just around space, and just also just stuff like that. I am very interested in, and also kind of knowledgeable in, except for Star Trek. Fuck Star Trek. I'm sorry. I hate Star Trek.
I still reckon the most accurate. Oh yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, go on, Reflux, go on. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Quick, go on.
Not just the most accurate, or the movie that's gonna age best into future space human. Like, what would you call it? Human people. I reckon it's gonna be Wall-E. Wall-E, that's how it's gonna end up. Everyone's just
Yeah.
like
Wall-E.
eating, and then yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you
dude,
have
we
AIs
said-
doing
yeah.
everything, and then just humans
We said this
being on
last
a
week.
permanent resort.
We said Elon is basically like giving that to us, right? Like, you know, this
Elon Musk
driverless.
is Wall-E.
Yeah. He is a Wall-E.
Yeah, the-
No. Elon Musk is not a Wall-E because Wall-E is basically.
I'm joking, dude.
But Wall-E is literally the thing that stays behind and just tries to cleanse Earth or just somewhat near it.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but no, isn't he he's with them all at first though, right?
Yeah, he goes up into space.
Hey, he starts on Earth and then
Oh,
joins.
and then he goes.
Yeah,
out,
and
then
they
he
come
goes
back.
out. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
but literally his making purpose was to clean freaking Earth, or just at least organize the garbage.
Yeah, man. Hey, he's got to make his money somehow, bro.
Yeah.
Going back to the Roadster
Yeah.
in space. So it was launched in November 2018. The Roadster was still cruising around the solar system on an elliptical path around the sun. In November ignore that. It was launched in February 2018. In November 2018, the convertible made its way past Mars and will likely fly by Venus and Mercury too. The car was too far away to see even with the aid of a telescope, but researchers discovered that in 2091, the Roadster will likely pass close enough to the Earth that we'll be able to see it through a powerful telescope like the Pan-Star telescope in Hawaii.
Yo, imagine there's just like 4 greys in there. They're like, ah.
Yeah. Look what we got, boys.
They're just like posing with selfie sticks. Oh man. Oh, too good. Oh, that shows.
Yeah, that's funny, eh?
No, that is mad, bro. I can't believe it's actually going.
So
like,
technically, it's the car that has travelled the furthest in history.
It'll
Oh
be
my
like a
God.
new.
Dumped the car in space and then came back down.
Wait, what? Say again.
That's
Right.
what you.
But
So they essentially space littered a Tesla.
yeah, was to show that new rocket that it could
They
like
fly
carry
the
stuff
Tesla.
into space. Yeah.
Yeah, it was their first test, wasn't it, of the Dragon? Was it the
Yeah, the
Dragon?
Falcon Heavy.
Oh, Falcon Heavy. Sorry.
I think-
Yeah.
If the world ends because a Tesla comes crashing into Earth at X miles an hour,
What is the
then-
comet? Like, or imagine
That's-
on the loop back, there's like a massive alien ship behind it, and they're like, "Oh, that's where they are." It's like-
No.
What happens
If
when
it
it
goes
runs out of MOT?
No. When the car just goes back into fucking Earth's orbit and it
Oh, God.
lands on Earth, it'll just have space AIDS.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
God.
that's a conspiracy how he gets everyone to move to Mars, because then you have to pay him to fly to Mars. Because
Oh man.
it'll actually be pretty cool if it's gonna be like orbiting around Earth every now and then. It'll be like a new Halley's Comet or something every like 70 years or whatever.
Raggedy, can you hold the cast for 2 secs, man? I'll just be right back.
No problem.
Thank you.
Out of
7.1
curiosity,
million
guys.
miles from Mars.
Guys, if you guys had a choice to go to Mars, would you do it or stay on Earth?
I would probably stay on Earth, I reckon.
You also stay on Earth.
We mentioned this last week. I said that I would stay on Earth until I used up the full capability of my body, aka being young, spriteful, probably up to around 55, 60, and then if the opportunity was there and I was just like all alone, I'd be like, fuck it, let's go. But
Yeah, same
Other
for
than
me
that,
because
probably not.
the thing is, I'm a very down to earth person, and also I have if I have a certain amount of freaking scareness of freaking heights. For example, just standing up a normal building, it's alright. But if I just go on an apartment building, I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, no, so you can't be down to Earth on Mars. Ba-doom-tsh.
Good one, dude.
Thank you. That was hard work, that
But
one.
to be honest, I probably could get used. But the thing is, I probably could easily get used to breathing in a mask because I already do that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's the only thing it would be, yeah. Or like, until they have proper everything on Mars, it would just be painful. Because you would have to always suit up and all that, and be confined.
Wouldn't they start colonizing Mars like in 2022 or
Yeah,
2024?
20, yeah, something like that. I think that's what
Dude,
they...
that's so soon, bro. Are you kidding me? We're gonna like, we're gonna blink and it's gonna like, what the hell, bro?
Well, no. See, it's the beginning of the project. It's not like it's already gonna be there.
Oh right,
It's
so
the
that's not
beginning of
when
the
the first like items leave for it, no.
I think
they
no,
already
actually, I think it that the date will be when items will leave for it, but I think they're first gonna start off with one's operational base and basically try and expand from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they want people there. Like, maybe not living, but like... I guess as soon as you go to Mars, you aren't coming back, so
Yeah,
I guess
man.
they're living there.
That's crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, what? So, I still can't get my head around the material thing. Like, they're gonna have to make use of the material there. Like, they're since, you know, we have
Not
metals
only,
here.
the
Like,
thing is-
what are they gonna do, bro? Like, the amount of work that goes through actually processing metal to get it into a sheet that they use. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, Smaxy, they already have a lot of capsule designs and etc. for the whole thing worked out, and they basically just, for example, just the cockpit area. You can just, when it lands, it can expand into a fabric dome, like a special fabric dome, and which will, for example, you know those freaking have ball domes that you see, for example, on Destiny, etc.
yeah, I know what you mean.
They're gonna kind of look like that in a way, and that's just how it's gonna go. And they have probably the first one is gonna be like a four-way entrance. Every like east, north, south, west is gonna have a doorway, and from there it's just gonna go out expanding.
Okay. So let me get this straight. If there isn't sufficient water and there isn't sufficient air, because that's what these probes are going there to do right now. One's checking the atmosphere, for obviously what it contains most of, and if they can actually do anything with that. The other one's checking the oxygen on the ground level, and other things, and then one is digging, right? So if they don't find these things, are we not able to go there at all, or you think they're just revamp the whole design of it? You know what I mean? I assume they're relying on the things being there right now.
Yeah.
No. I don't think they're gonna rely on that yet. I think what they are gonna bring their own things to create oxygen, and also of course a big oxygen supply and water supply.
So regardless of what they find out,
water.
Yeah, so regardless of what the probes find out, they're still going ahead with their plans. Is that right? Riflos, you were gonna say something as well.
Yeah.
I think they need water. Like, if they ever want to actually colonize it, I think you need water on the planet.
Yeah, for the amount of time they're there for, correct?
Yeah, for colonizing it, they're gonna need it. But in the build time of the whole colony and etc., and also just working there, they are gonna need to start off with resources. Otherwise, they can't try and get those resources to basically survive longer.
Yeah, man.
Because they need resources to do shit.
Yeah, they can't just go there with a stick and then. Even though humans managed to do it on Earth, but it's a bit easier on Earth.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to a different planet, bro. Alright, man, well, we touched on that subject quite heavily. Good input from Riflos and Spartan on that one, man. Everyone else as well, but you two, man, cheers for your your pre-informed knowledge you already have about the subject, man. I like that a lot. I believe Spartan now has to part ways with us for this week, but I do appreciate you being on for the time you have been. You can check him out at SpartanVA on Twitter, and you can find everything else he's up to on Twitter there, mate. Do you want to give yourself a bit of a shout out, mate? Let them know what you're up to and your services that you supply if anyone needs it also, my friend.
Well, I'm at the moment a voice actor looking for a cast, etc., and also a cosplayer, and I'm always out to help people with tips, etc., for cosplay, etc., if they want to know about shit. And also, I'm also probably next week already gonna finally start streaming.
Hey! So that will be twitch.tv/Spartan, the Spartan guy.
The Spartan guy.
The Spartan guy. Excellent, man. No worries. We'll get a command for next podcast, bro, for that. So we can let chat know, man. So at SpartanVA on Twitter, and starting from next week, we'll keep you up to date with this, but starting next week, twitch.tv/the Spartan guy. Oh my god. We'll get there in the end. Bless up, man. Thank you for coming through, bro.
And nice to meet you.
Yeah, man.
See ya.
Bless up, man. Bless up.
See you, man.
Peace.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Yeet.
Oh, okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to it's alright, hang on.
Yeah, roll.
Hang on. Let me fix Riflos. Oh, no. Forgot about that. Middle. Raggedy, would you like to get the next topic underway, my friend?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Sorry, let me just I should have prepared for that. Goddamn.
Fine, so next topic. UAE successfully launches Hope Probe, Arab's first. We done that one?
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, it's
Ignore.
yeah,
Sorry,
number 5.
Logic, music artist, rapper, signs exclusive deal with Twitch. Which is interesting. I don't know much about this yet.
Following his retirement from music.
I didn't know he retired from music.
He's dropping an album this Friday, I believe, and then quote unquote retiring from music to focus on fatherhood.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you were saying before, Ty, that you feel pretty passionate about this.
I feel like because he's signed to Twitch to stream games, right? It's not. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it seems like I think he said something about it being games.
The first broadcast is going to be a stream release, album release party. So.
Oh, okay. So see, the first thing that I think it's cool that he's done that. I just find that sometimes he had a lot of good messages in his music, like he had that suicide awareness song, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
But now he's been saying a few things like about the Twitch thing, saying like people have been asking him why he's doing it, and his response has just been the money and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just don't know how I feel about it. I mean, get your money, but I'd rather see him keep doing more positive things for like political movements and stuff like that. But
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I also found it like obviously he's very popular, but I just found it like I hadn't heard about it until like I was coming on here. I just found it like a random person to be signed to Twitch. Like it just seemed a little bit random.
it's also a little bit unfair. I mean, you're bringing in a guy who's already got a relatively big audience, like in a different area, and then bringing him onto a platform where you've got thousands of people trying to fight to get recognised, and then he's just getting put to the kind of like endorsed straight away, which is, I don't know, because even if he came to Twitch without a deal, he still would have brought in a big viewership, no doubt.
But especially 7 figures, wasn't it? So like
yeah,
up to
7-figure deal,
9.9 million, basically.
Yeah,
That's mad.
Yeah, it just seems weird that like I just found it so, because I'm not sure what they're going for. That obviously he's like big, but I feel like there could have been bigger people. And then also it's like I'm not sure if it's because he's, I don't know. They maybe think that a lot of maybe they want to bring in the more. This is very just like I don't know any of this at all, but more the like say NBA 2K streamers and stuff. I feel like that would be a bigger audience for him, or like say.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like they want to bring in an audience outside of the current Twitch audience.
They seem to be targeting a lot of like radio/music stuff at the moment. Like there's a lot of radio DJs have been getting paid and given contracts to move over to Twitch and start doing visual like talk shows and call-in shows, which is also strange because like my dad he's been on Twitch the last few days watching a guy who does a radio show. And that's
is his name Ian by any chance?
I'm not sure. What is the talk radio?
I can't remember what it's called, but I saw one last night. Yeah, a redheaded woman.
Yeah.
I literally watched this yesterday. I watched this yesterday. It's on the front page, and they said they're on the page for a week. It's mad.
Yeah, and it's very weird because it's bringing in an audience of 40-year-olds plus to watch people they've previously listened to on the radio, but now coming over to Twitch, which is just completely, obviously, I'd say dominated by youth originally. So I can see how they're trying to appeal to new people, which is a good thing.
There had 5,000 people watching them when I saw him.
I
was like, what is this? And he was like, so it's just this. Yeah, it's a talk show.
Entertaining as well.
It was very entertaining.
But I don't think you need to pay someone. With that stature. Yeah, he's big recording artist, but 7 figures seems a little lucrative.
It's funny because we still don't really know what happened to Dr. Disrespect, right? But it does seem...
That's probably what happened. They needed the money.
To pay Logic, we've got to pay Logic, mate. See ya. Well, I do find more and more that I'm seeing like advertisement. Like, I get notification. Everyone who knows me on Twitch and off Twitch, I'm not about football, right? Like if England plays, woo. Like, apart from that, mate, I'm like, I don't really care. But I've just been inundated in my notifications on Twitch for fucking Premier League football matches. Like, it's like, I don't care. Why are you telling me? And they're obviously telling everyone because they're pushing this narrative of,
almost mainstream media.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they are trying to implement it slightly. There's no doubt about it. My worry is that it brings in people that don't care for what others do on here.
Yeah.
So like people like doing IRL and they like just if they fall in that category one day and they see someone like cooking a fry up, they're not gonna give a shit. But that's like stuff we watch. Do you know? I don't know. I hope that it brings in viewers that are open-minded and they're not. A lot of talk show viewers, not all, but a lot of talk show viewers generally just like sitting there hearing a bunch of opinions, just giving theirs back like aggressively over the phone. And if they come to Twitch chat, I don't think they'll be very beneficial for other streamers. That's my worry.
It's also the roots, is the actual foundations of what the site was built on. By bringing in this new commercial side, you are at risk of almost like how underground artists get commercialized, and then they say that fans of them would say that it's lost its kind of relatable side. If Twitch becomes fully mainstream, a lot of what it's built on, like small gaming channels and stuff like that, people won't be the homage won't be paid to what it was originally founded on.
Yeah, it's true.
The view of it can be different.
Like, it is harder and harder. Sort of Riffloss feels the same as well, or at least you've noticed it. Like, it's harder and harder to find like traditional Twitch like streams nowadays. Like, you've got to go to like a core ones of the old school, and that's it. Like, newer streamers aren't like, I don't know, holding on to that old mentality, and that's what I love about Twitch personally. It's like,
but I think it's I reckon it's also because a lot of like say like 5, 6, 7 years ago, like old Twitch. Then back then it was like all the young people, like say around probably 15 to 20. They're all old now, so they like off doing stuff.
true.
So maybe it's just that the actual audience has changed a bit, like with the actual like Zoomers and that it is slightly different.
Yeah, you are
Like,
right.
Would you agree that a lot of people coming over to Twitch now are people who have pre-existing audiences who are trying to cash in on what they've already got elsewhere?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Like since lockdown, like Twitch, like
Yeah.
because obviously I look at my stats and some of the people I've managed for like their streams and stuff. I've looked at their stats, and ever since, man, we've all been bumped down, like in a massive amount. Like, and my hours haven't changed much, and neither's of theirs. You know, a couple of them actually increased their hours streaming, and they've still been bumped down in the ratings. And like, you don't see that unless there's like an influx somewhere, right? Whether it be like beta keys being dropped, or you know, like there's something that shows it. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it just feels like there is a mass new
I've seen a massive, but not to sound too squad W. There has been a massive influx of like, not that it's bad, but a big influx. We all know what
yeah, that's it. Yeah, so yeah, you know the emote squad W, don't you? You too? Yeah. Shamelessness, bro.
As streamers, what's your opinion on that? Like, people coming in who are kind of from a different scene, and then bringing that audience over and maybe taking viewership away from smaller, like, independent streamers.
I can't be against it in any way, because I am a late bloomer on Twitch. Like, my account's 2014, but like really I didn't get into Twitch until like the last 3 years of my life, right? So I've been on it a hot minute, but I was casual as fuck before, bro. So
yeah,
I can't really say too much because I'm new myself, and they've probably taken a seat in some people's spots. But I'm all for it, man. I'm all for the viewership increase as a whole. All for like more money being able to be put into Twitch, because it does help smaller people. Like, you know, as it has expanded over the last year, all these little attributes have come through Twitch. So, you know, like the mod view you were using last night, like that one there 6 months ago. So like little things like that take development and trial and error, and a lot of money. And I am like pleased that those things are able to come out now, you know, like but I don't know, I'm happy with new viewers, but I just really hope that the communities can like combine and grow together, rather than like there's this, you know, 50-year-old people watching talk shows or whatever the age are, but they're watching talk shows, and then that's just it. And like, you know, maybe they don't even
not exploring other genres.
Or even emotes. Like, what do a 50-year-old, what they want to sit there spamming emotes? Like,
Oh
it doesn't.
I have an interesting take here, actually. You know that talk show I was talking about?
Yeah.
So you know the frog emote?
Which one? Because there's like
Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe the frog.
Pepe the frog.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing in the emote?
Basically, that guy who you was talking about and the guy my dad was watching was banning everyone that put that emote in chat.
What?
Pepe is a hate symbol. It's an alt-right symbol.
Yeah. So
wait, Pepe.
he was banned.
Wait, what one is it, bro?
Any Pepe is an alt-right symbol.
It's
like
basically it's got very bad connotations, right?
What? This is what?
Yeah, like the rich, since I don't know, like 4 years or something. Like Pepe is actually, like if you put Pepe anywhere outside of Twitch, it's like actually.
But this is the thing, right?
yeah.
But this is the problem. Is
what?
the Twitch audience know nothing about that, and he was banning every single person that put that emote. But what they don't realise, being new people on the platform, is that is just part of Twitch culture, that emote. So they're banning 30, 40, 50, 60, hundreds of people for putting this emote. But it's like, at what point is it their lack of
they're not.
understanding
And
of the
also,
industry?
yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a good point because they're not even they're stepping into a platform, but they don't actually care about the core. You know, a little value.
Yeah.
It's not like the frogs are value,
They're
but it's
stepping onto the platform and then telling the people who are watching them that what they've been doing X amount of time is wrong, but they've only been on it a few
That's
days.
kind of weird, yeah.
They might not even be that aware. It might just be that they think they're being trolled, because here they are, like an old media and a news site, and then now everyone's putting this like hate symbol in our chat. Like
That's
that could
true,
even be.
that's true. Do you know what's
like-
even worse though? If you did educate that person, he probably wouldn't change his mind on it because of his outside influence. Yet he's come to this platform. Which, I mean, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he doesn't know, as far as we know. But,
Yeah.
bro, I cannot believe you just informed me of that, bro.
It was. And a guy called in.
But I
That's the
talked to
thing
my
that blew my
daughter
mind.
knows Pepe the Frog, bro. What you mean? Like,
Yeah, the original Pepe is like, you don't want to put that anywhere really, outside of Twitch.
A guy called in
Jesus,
to the
man.
show to say, I put the frog emoji and got banned. And the guy went off on him and he was like, do you know the connotations of what you're posting in my chat? And the guy said, like, I don't. And he was like, and the guy on the talk show was just calling him stupid and saying he was playing dumb because he was saying he didn't know what it meant. But I can guarantee you, he had no idea what it meant. But he was just being full aggressive, like, oh, you know what you're doing, you're trying to do this, that, and the other.
bro.
But that's just, that is crazy because they're thinking that they're doing this consciously, but like no one on Twitch knows that. You know what I mean?
But if he had spam in tryhards, he wouldn't have done a thing, mate. But that's even worse.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
exactly.
That's so fucked up. What the actual? When you said he's banned, and it's right wing, I'm like, what are you on about, bro? It's like one of the most chill. Like, he cries, like he's happy, he's hyper. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is it?
Yeah, any of them, he was banning it for whatever one you put. Was banned. Even if it wasn't that emote,
Even
any
the people
frog
one,
emote,
probably.
any frog emote, he was banning people who were putting it.
That is nuts, bro.
Yeah, imagine banning white people happy. That's just.
Yeah, what the fuck, mate? What's the point of having a chat, mate? Like, Jesus. I bet he hasn't even got BTTV on, is he? Like, oh, man. That's savage, bro. Well, I've learned something new every day, mate. Jeez, I need to find out more about this when I get off stream, mate. Like,
Yeah, you need to get out of your Twitch sphere.
yeah, bro.
Learn about the real world.
Oh, mate. Oh, bro. Oh, well. If a frog emote is causing harm, then what is the world coming to, bro? Honestly.
Yeah, I was also gonna say a bit with like with bringing all the new viewers and that, I would actually be interested in seeing how many new viewers all these like, let's say Insta influencers or something like that come on Twitch.
Yeah.
I reckon the amount of viewers they bring isn't as much as the ones they take away from being popular. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're
like
right.
they might bring 50 new, but because they have 50 already, they get boosted up, and then suddenly they're 200, and then they've taken 150 from the community.
It's true.
So if all their viewers are new viewers, that's good. But I reckon it's like skewed like that because that's just how it works. As soon as you get like 50 viewers, and
Yeah.
You're
you
right,
get
bro.
like way more viewers.
But even
Naturally,
the new viewers
compared to
they're
low.
bringing in, I can guarantee they're not going to go and scroll through the depths of Twitch trying to find new creators. They're just going to watch the people that they know
Yeah, that's
who have promoted themselves.
And
then
whoever
they
is,
turn it off when they're done.
whoever's popping.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
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 Yeah, man.
But it's good say with like Logic. That's probably why they pay him, because they know he's gonna bring in a lot of new people that have never seen Twitch.
And young people also, which is
Yeah.
probably a
Yeah.
better thing for them.
He's also like
Yeah,
at the
compared to-
cusp of that BLM movement, like right now as well. Like, although he's not like completely outspoken about it, he's riding that movement as well, right? Like, he's a bit of a face for it in ways. So I guess it's a good time for them to have that on the platform as well.
I also think
Yeah.
they've kind of shot themselves in the foot with that approach because it's such a fine line of him being on the BLM movement, and a lot of people feel quite strongly about because obviously people know the background that Logic comes from. People know that he is biracial.
Yeah,
But a lot of his fans and a lot of people in the hip hop industry don't agree with the way he carries himself with that
Yeah, I know.
And I'd say it's quite if that was their thinking of him being a BLM almost advocate, I feel like that's quite a poor choice, just because it could, like, if you're gonna choose, like, try and find someone to help that movement. I feel like you'd want to have someone who was very outspoken about it, also has 2 legs to stand on as opposed to 1.
Yeah, I think we also have to look at the like more of, like, I don't know, the people that do the scouting in Twitch.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know if you guys know much about, like, the what is it, like the HR team, if you will, that, like, do all the like the equal rights and things like that. I think a lot of that.
Oh,
What are they called? There's a team of them. What are they called, Rufus?
the new one that came out, or the
the new one, but it's part of, like, all of them.
Yeah.
There's
I was like, I can't remember.
It's a there's a lady.
Yeah, there was a
on
particular
Twitch
person that
that identifies as being a deer, and she is. If I get any of this wrong, then I apologise.
I can't remember what it's called.
But she is part of a team, and it's like a little squad that Twitch have, and they basically are the driving force of, like,
A safety advisory council.
Safety advisory council. That's it. So those people have, in some cases, rightly and wrongly so, right? They have the power to influence all decisions that are made at Twitch. Based upon,
I think it's mainly ban related.
I thought it was scouting as well, like talent
it might
seeking. Yeah, I only think that that's true because of what I've seen in my recommended of recent weeks. And you also said Squad W, so you know, like, that kind of vibe is like, oh, okay. But, you know, I don't know. Until I do a podcast on YouTube, I probably shouldn't talk too much about that subject. But we'll do that in the bloopers.
And when is Logic's first stream supposed to be?
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Raggedy. Just quickly, Ty has to shoot off, man. He's got a call in a moment, so I do want to just. Nah, you're all good, bro. You're all good. I thank you for being here, man. For the time you have been. You give yourself a shout out, bro.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Ty Green with the E's as 3s. That rhymes, got bars, as you can tell. And I've got a mixtape dropping at the end of this month, so look out for that. And yeah, appreciate you having me. It's been fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Stop by again soon.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Good luck with the call, man. Hope everything goes well, and it will see you soon.
Nice to speak to you all.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
See ya.
Bless up, man.
See ya.
You guys didn't move. Excellent. It's the plus of him not having a cam and Wiley not having a cam, bro. Oh, man. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, so sorry, he does, sorry about that. One of you was saying something. You asked a question, I believe, one?
I just asked when his first stream is or was.
Oh, yeah, so it was yesterday, actually. So, yeah, you can feel free to go and check that out after the podcast is finished. But yeah, he started yesterday, and it was a... Bless me. It was a premiere of his album, his new LP, mate, rather than his album. I don't know.
Right. Seen.
What the fucking difference is anymore, mate? But yeah, it was a pre-release premiere, man. So, you know, never before heard songs were played on his stream yesterday, and they're all coming out on the LP on the 24th. So in 2 days' time, the actual release will happen. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see him on Twitch, bro. I've never really been like, you know, when we did our little freestyle sessions and stuff, bro, like, so people would mention him and that, and he goes really quick, and he's really good at what he does, but I've never, I don't know, man, I can't explain it. I can't feel soulful with it. I don't know how to explain.
I get you. I prefer the old sort of the Sinatra album and all those back in 2010.
Yeah.
Like that stuff for him, that's the best.
Yeah,
I haven't dug too deep into the newer stuff, just those they're good.
Yeah, I can get down with those, man. No doubt. Have you heard of him, Riffloss, or?
I've heard a couple of his songs.
Yeah,
but,
man. Your kind of thing, or not really?
not really.
Nah, that's
A
alright,
bit.
bro. No, I understand.
But I would definitely prefer like old school over newer rap.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, his older stuff, although it's not like really old, it still touches on that like original style of hip hop, like that boom bap style, rather than nowadays it's a little bit more, I don't know, punchy and like meaningful. How many times have I quoted tonight, bro? Jesus. But guys, I think we might as well wind down now. We have hit that 2-hour mark. I want to thank you both for being here, man. I want to thank everyone else that has been here as well, man. All the viewers that stopped through, bro. Much love to each and every one of you. I'll give you the opportunity now to, say a little bit about yourselves. Riffloss, if you want to just go first, man. Let them know where they can find you and what you're going to be up to in the coming weeks and months, bro.
Oh yeah, so hopefully now that I'm working a bit less, I'm back at uni, I'll be able to stream. I want to hopefully be able to stream about 3 times a week.
Yeah, man.
On twitch.tv/Riffloss.
That's the one, bro. Have you got any days in mind, or like you think it will be so people?
I think it will probably be Sunday, Monday, and then probably Wednesday.
Okay, cool, man. Cool.
Okay.
Excellent, bro. Well, make sure you check out twitch.tv/Riffloss and also Riffloss Gaming on Twitter.
Yeah.
Riffloss Gaming on Twitter.
Underscore, I don't know if it's gaming or underscore, can't remember.
Yeah, and you'll find it, man. It's a green logo with the play button, I believe, right?
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you'll find it, man. So Riffloss Gaming on Twitter and twitch.tv/Riffloss. Thank you for your participation and being on it, man. And thank you for getting up so early, man. You're halfway around the world, and it means a lot you being there, bro. I appreciate it, man.
That's good.
As I said offline, bro, I'd appreciate it if you do want to, and you can get on every week, mate. Feel free to be a recurring guest, bro. Your whole conversation.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, man, legend, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'll you feel free to you can wait there, man, or leave. It's up to you, bro. But thank you for being here.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up the setup if I do.
Yeah,
I don't know if it will.
You're all good, man. You're all good. But yeah, thank you. So Mike, thank you for being here, bro. Much appreciated, mate. Co-hosting this shit, man. And yeah, man, give yourself a shout out, mate. Let everyone know about your projects and everything you've got coming up.
Yeah, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Mike Butcher TV. You can find skateboarding, gymnastics, and the latest video of real life lag if you want to check that out. Yeah, check me on YouTube. Haven't uploaded for a while, but I'm going to start again soon. And yeah, check out Waterworn Clothing.
Hell yeah, man.
.co.uk.
Mike Butcher is a aficionado of IRL memes, I guess you could say. His life and his Instagram is like a compilation of silliness. So that's the best way to put it, really. You watch a collection of videos of like 100 different people doing different silly stuff and failing sometimes and excelling in others. Hey, that's this guy's Instagram, bro. Generally popping the fuck off, but he throws the funny clips in there too, man. So yeah, go check him out, man. They're making a lot of funny videos. You do some cup videos as well, right? Ping pong. Is it ping pong videos?
Yeah.
What is it? What's it called?
Trick
Yeah,
stuff.
ping pong trick shots. Yeah, that's it, man. All that good stuff. G.
Just random. Lockdown's been a great one for that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Make sure you go check him out. It's at Mike Butcher TV on Instagram. And yeah, man, go show him some love, all right? And also waterworn.co.uk. And last but not least, littlerick.co.uk. Make sure you go and check them out. And use code SMACKC101 for 10% off that incredible CBD-infused beverage. The strongest CBD-infused beverage in the entirety of Europe. That's right. Ships all the way through Europe, okay? No doubt. Bless up to the cast for today. Want to give a big shout out to the viewers that have stuck around. Much love to you all. I've been your host, SmackC101. This has been the podcast, The Reasoning 101, episode 3, Wild Logic. You can catch this episode on YouTube in the coming days, SmackC101 on YouTube. And until the next stream, in just a few minutes when we play some games, peace, one love, bless up, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.
See you.
want to give a big shout out to the producer and composer of this music, Ty Green. Much love to you, my friend. Also, Awais, thank you for stopping by the chat. We'll see you in a moment, my friend, on the next stream for some gameplay. Bless up to each and every one of you. Everybody love everybody, and look after you and yours. Till the next one. Peace.